Hello and welcome to the show that teaches you the things your parents and teachers are too afraid to. The heliosblog. Today, Patrice O'Neal says to stop being romantic. This should be interesting.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Patrice, you never had a problem
these
picking
things?
up girls, right?
The books,
I've had problems picking up girls. Like, why do you think I'm so angry at women? If I had an easy time getting women in my lifetime, I'd be much happier.
As a kid, I was too shy. And always kicking myself in the ass, going, I should have talked to her, kind of a thing. And then as I got older, you kind of forget about that and just kind of take a chance, dive in.
But that's why you resent women a little bit later as you get older, is because when you're young, you have the energy to do what you think you're supposed to do. But then when you turn a certain age, you go, wait a minute, I spent my entire young life chasing this. Like, how many times do you actually have sex and you go, man, that was, whew. Like, I'm talking about sports sex, you know what I mean? Not,
yeah.
But, you know,
working up a sweat, getting a good workout.
And you go, you know, I could have. Now you think about doing other things just to keep things from being messy. Like, you know, you get a new bed, a nice bed. You pay $1,000 for your bed, you know, for your mattress, and then it's like
get a nice high thread count sheets.
Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, I'm such a fag when it comes to 1,000 thread counts or nothing less.
You need it.
What
am I sleeping on?
750 thread counts?
You want me to sleep on gauze?
This is itching. There's nails in this.
It's like sleeping on wheat.
Disaster.
What is this? Take it away.
Oh, baby, come on, let's have sex. I have
sleeping on shredded wheat. Right?
Shredded wheat.
Yeah.
I have my swing in the garage, my sex swing. Me and my girl.
Why in the garage, though, man?
Because that's where I can keep it, because
some room.
That's where I allow sweat at my house. You know what I mean?
Disaster.
Yeah, I don't want my Yankee Candle plug-in things. I don't want. I don't want them to do overtime because it's stinking up in here. So we do a little garage action and raise it up a little bit. Let the funk go out of the garage.
You got that nailed to the beams in your garage?
Oh, right?
That's a hell of a visual.
To the garage.
I forgot about your sex swing.
To the garage, honey.
I'll never forget the glass dildos.
It's still there with a trunk. I got a trunk full of love.
James Bond case that this thing opens up, and he's got all kinds of devices.
High blood pressure medicine, man. It don't move like it used to.
No.
So I need help. But they are fun though, and they're clean. You always use
Anyway,
High blood pressure medication. You didn't get the hint?
so that was what the sex swing though. That's just classic.
Yeah, those 1,000 thread count sheets, man. You can't be having sex on them.
See?
No,
Want to hear how we were supposed to pick up girls back in 1975?
Yeah.
And y'all still pick them up the same way. This is probably how you met your girl. Hello.
Hello, dear. No, like I said, after a while you just kind of get. I don't know that. That's why
my opening line.
Made sense.
My opening line. I was with Jim Norton down in Philly, and I went up to my girlfriend. Well, now my girlfriend said, "Do you know where we could get something good to eat around here?"
Disaster. But anyway, on an added note, any opening works so long as you've put in the work. So what I mean is, you know, you need to be fit, successful, competitive, confident, charismatic, and then you can say whatever you want, effectively. Because girls aren't really dating what you say, they're dating the guy behind what you say, and they're very good at determining the guy underneath who you say you are, unless you're amazing at lying, which is also something that's attractive, because if you can lie that way to one person.
That was my opening line. That's the first thing I ever said to her.
Is that the first thing?
Yeah.
I said, this simple loser, I got him.
After I was just sending shots and everything else over to kind of like soften the beaches, man.
Oh, that's why you.
And then I got brave enough to walk over.
That's why you two are such in love, because you would hate to go and have to meet another woman just like that, because you get too much pride to go. Hey, listen, how you doing, baby? You ever hear Opie and Anthony? Yeah, me. I'm Opie, ho.
I'm me.
That's your pickup line from now on, Greg. I am ho.
Yeah, you name drop yourself. Perfect.
You don't have to worry about it, man. Pick him up.
I don't want her going out with this version of me.
With what
I
version?
want her going out with the other version of me.
What's the other version?
Greg Hughes?
Yeah, Greg Hughes.
Not Opie?
Oh,
The actor that plays...
I'm Greg Hughes, the actor that plays Opie on the
Opie.
Opie Anthony show.
You're romantic.
I don't want her to
What
go
a
out with
jerk.
this version. You kidding me?
That is such a horrendous.
This version is awful.
She knows the real me.
Disaster. Yeah. Again, as a man, you need to realize that you're nothing except what you provide, the value that you give. So, funnily enough, the pickup line of "I'm Opie" is much better than, it's like saying what? I'm James Bond, right?
Shut up. This is the only you.
Listen, man, I try to convince myself there's another version. Where you go with it?
It's a worse version. The Greg Hughes stinks. This Oh, damn.
You're right.
Give me a break.
She's
the one who deals with the real. That's because the Greg Hughes is the one that needs somebody to be around to go, you know what, wow, no one would be with Greg Hughes but me. That's why be Opie all the time.
Well,
if you can.
Tell you something, I do think I have big balls. Patrice is the king, though. I've been with Patrice. He don't give a crap.
No.
The stuff that comes out of his mouth when we're not in this studio. It's easy to be an ass in this studio.
You are truly a free man.
You are so free with yourself when you're outside the studio.
Skip through life. You don't care what anyone thinks, says, it doesn't.
All right.
That's when you have screw you money, right? When you're not beholden to anyone.
You are in your own little world as far as the world of romance goes, the world of love, the world of mating.
It's the world of animals.
Yeah.
Just be an animal.
And you are...
And all you have to do is as an animal, what we do other than dolphins is we communicate. And you just communicate what you feel. My girlfriend's gaining a little weight. She said, will you leave me? I said, yes.
Perfect. But honestly, that is how it goes.
Because I found you not fat. And if you get fat, see, getting a girl who's already fat is different from watching your girl become fat. It's like buying an old car is vintage. Watching your car get old, get rid of that piece of mess. It's got miles on it, and let somebody else call it vintage. Dude, you getting rid of this vintage 94?
Now
Yeah.
you're giving it to somebody who wants that.
Who wants that vintage? But I had my girl new off the shelf. She keep it polished.
New girl smell.
New girl smell.
It's very funny, but like there's a lot of truth to this. It's actually disrespectful, right? If she starts off beautiful and then all of a sudden she just lets herself go and she's a land whale now, like, what does that show? It's ultimately a failure of leadership, right? Because you could see where things were going and you didn't make any effort to change it.
Thing, right?
I don't want to watch her become what somebody else
I didn't
is
buy
already.
this car with a dented bumper.
That's right.
When I got it, it was a perfect bumper.
That's Patrice. All of it. So as he's saying this, I'm just laughing because he is the most like. I've never heard any guy actually speak like
Do
this.
your sneaker analogy. That brings it home.
Pretty much the same thing.
I know it's the same thing, but
it's vintage. It's not vintage if you watch it become old. If you have it when it's from new to old, that is just a raggedy piece of garbage. But if I see some, you know what? Give the vintage to the Chinese people that want your old nights. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if my girl is saying to me, are you gonna leave? I'm like, I'm not mature enough because I am with you because you're a hot girl. If you become not hot, you become a fat girl, then I can go get a fat girl who functions being a fat girl.
I see. Yeah, I understand. Though, yeah, that would not be my choice, but
she's vintage.
So when your sneakers
She's
get
already
old,
vintage.
when your sneakers get old, You throw them away,
You
and
throw
you
'em
get
away.
a brand new pair
Or
of
you hang,
sneakers.
or what we do in the hood is you hang them over the telephone wire.
Right.
Yeah, what's that?
And that's what I do to my girl if she gets too fat.
There's a bunch of girls just hung over telephone wires in the hood.
I'm gonna tie them
Now
together.
Patrice leaves and ties them together by the leg, throws them up there. They swing around a few times.
I'm not here to be mature like that. She serves a purpose. I love her, but she serves a purpose, man.
It's
Fat
true.
girls, some fat girls like being fat. They move well fat. They know how to look good fat. She's a good-looking girl.
And those are for the guys that want the vintage.
That one vintage. Now, my girl, a fat version of my girl, she will walk out on the streets and somebody will pick her up in a second. But they don't realize she's vintage to them.
That's right. Exactly.
They like that.
She's just an old
Right.
fat bitch to me.
So you just told your broad if she gains weight, she's out.
Oh, man.
I didn't tell her if she gains weight. She's gaining weight, and she asked me, she's getting nervous. And I said, you should be
There's reason to
absolutely
be.
nervous.
Wow.
You got balls.
That is
There's so many guys listening right now going, I wish I had the balls to say that.
You should be nervous, and she knows it.
All right, well, picking up girls, made easy, 1975. If we don't
See,
play
maybe-
some of this audio today, we're going to really piss off some
Maybe
people.
Patrice ought to take some of this to heart.
Right, here we go. So this was an educational film that came out in 1975.
I think they were just tapes, audio tapes,
That you
and
could-
books that you used to be able to buy to
Okay.
give you a better edge when you go out there to pick up women, and they were just really full of crap.
This is from 1975, the street
Nice.
pickup.
Is this
Learn how to
pre-AIDS?
do the hustle.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everything has
yeah.
to be PA. Is
yeah.
it PA or BA?
This is
Is
P.
PA or
It's
Pre-AIDS,
it's-
man.
It's pre,
it
yeah.
has to be PA.
There's books like this that made AIDS.
Here's the
How
intro.
big it is.
Here's the intro to the street pickup.
There are a few basic principles that you have to master before you can move on to wild, uninhibited street play.
Disaster.
First, it's important to remember not to get greedy. Pick a girl whose outfit and style you really like, so when you make your move, she'll instinctively know you're sincere and mean it. Remember,
Duh. What is this crap?
girls like guys who know what they want, and a girl likes to
That's actually true.
think you think she's something special.
That's also true. But not at the beginning. That's, once she's chosen you for being superior, then she wants to know that you see her as special.
There's a second general rule for street pickups, and that's having a relaxed approach. You've got to keep cool and act casual. Not
That's actually true.
so casual that the girl doesn't think you're interested,
Peter Brady.
but offhand enough so you don't alarm her.
Alarm her? You're going to scare... First of all, this guy sounds like he knows nothing.
Yeah.
It's actually true, but it does sound like he doesn't have any idea.
Absolutely
His
not.
voice is
His
cracking.
voice is cracking. He's a dullard.
He's a nerd.
A nerd.
But there is a natural. We have to just dig with nature. There's a natural point to what he's saying. Basically, you have to. It has to be a ground between confident and humble.
Right.
You have to figure
That's
out
right.
a way, and that's what men haven't done. We don't. There has to be a proper. You know what? I could get you, and a proper. You know what? But I want you, but I know I could get you. So it can't be too much. I'm better than you, and it can't
Right, exactly.
be too much. Hey, can I
Right.
possibly take you for some coffee because you're gorgeous? It has to be a middle ground. Like, look, man, let's be honest here. I could get you,
Yeah.
and your life ain't going nowhere. And you
So
gotta
step
emote
up with that. Yeah.
You gotta,
gotta
emote
No, it's true. That's absolutely true.
Put that, put that out.
Well, good old Mike hits the street, and he does some acting as he looks at girls. Picking up girls made easy
All
In
right.
1975.
from 1975.
I think we have that right here.
All right.
Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be.
The bone.
Dig it.
Is that your little brother? He's a good-looking kid.
That's hilarious. Out of context, that's very funny.
Always compliment her on her beverages.
This is great iced tea.
That's actually true. That would actually work. But again, if she like invites you to her place or whatever, or the other way around, she's making something at your place. Like, it's already done, right? This is a bit old-fashioned. Girls don't really do that nowadays.
Here we go.
Excuse me, but I wonder if you tell me where you get your hair done.
Disaster.
What?
Your hair, it's perfect. I'd like to...
No. Actually, it depends on the energy that you have this conversation with. It could work, but you might come off as, let's just say, liking men if you do it wrong.
You know where you get it done. It's,
Why?
It's beautiful and just perfect for the job.
Perfect.
For the job?
For what job?
A second ago, this groovy chick was just a girl in his dreams.
Groovy.
Now Mike's managed to intrigue and flatter her.
And scare her.
The most lovely and least complimented, because her breasts usually get all the attention, feature her hair. But Mike...
Yup, that's actually true. The idea of complimenting something that she had an effort in making as opposed to something she was born with.
plays it very cool and keeps spinning his web.
Let me explain. I'm an advertising executive, and we're down here in Dallas looking for girls with hair as pretty as yours to use in our shampoo commercials on television.
Fails to mention that he's got a wife back in Idaho.
This is worse than, could you help me put this couch in the van?
Yeah, this, so what, he's lying that he's a executive? Again, this sort of thing will get you, like, at least in 2023, will get you in big trouble. It might get you laid once, but then once she figures out that you're not what you say you are, then you won't get laid anymore. So it's kind of stupid. Like, you're better off working on yourself and becoming superior than lying about what you have or what you are. In the long term, I mean.
But, okay, that was Opie Hughes. That was Opie.
Oh,
he was using his opiness.
His opiness.
To get him.
That wasn't Greg Hughes.
He wasn't Greg
the
Hughes.
actor that plays Opie.
He was Opie in it.
That was being Opie because he was lying.
Because he was saying,
he's
I'm
not
better
an
than
ad
you.
exec. He's spinning a web.
He was saying he's really an ad exec. But
he's using what he knows
had.
best, which is his career.
How did we know? Did
So
he
he's
mention
like-
that he was an ad exec?
He's not.
I think he's lying.
No,
You can't lie to the broads that might become your girlfriend.
Dude, this isn't looking for a girlfriend.
What
He's
is
looking
this?
to bang a chick in Texas.
So why don't
This
they
is just
say
looking
that?
to bed down.
Is this
Get
bedding down?
Be groovy. A hip cat.
This is 75.
What's wrong with you? You're a square, man.
So he's just trying to get some.
He's trying to get some action.
All right.
That's why but the way he complimented her hair out of nowhere.
This is when in 75 when a condom was just you was uncircumcised.
Oh, please. He's just looking for action.
To use in our shampoo commercials on television.
Really?
Yeah, again, this is like, what's it called? It's displaying higher value, right? So it's like, rather than being that guy, you just pretend to be that guy for one night or whatever. And sure, it can work, but ultimately you'll just get in big trouble, right? It's not a good strategy.
Yeah. And this Texas sun is murder on most hair I've seen today, but yours is lovely. Just lovely.
Well,
A creep.
thank you.
Now Mike set her up. All girls want to be on television, so Mike puts a
Yep.
real casual front on.
All right, he's trying to just get some.
Yeah, he's lying to her,
No.
but he's so creepy. Yeah, that hair, that'd look great on your head on my mantle.
But that's here's what women just want an excuse to be a hoe. It's like as long as it's not their fault that they went home with.
That's actually true. They want it to be your fault. Yep. So like, when you're talking, you're giving them plausible deniability. Right? So when you invite them to your place or whatever, the point is you're going to, you know, say, oh, do you want to have a coffee? Or, oh, do you want to watch this show? Or do you want to cook something together? Or whatever. Like, something that gives her a reason to be alone with you at your place, where things can just happen.
With this guy, or went to the hotel with this guy, as long as they make her feel like
had the line and
like it's not like, hey, look, I don't care about your hair because I'm trying to mess it up, really. You know what I mean? So it's like, look, why don't you come on back and do this? She can't go. Okay, you have to make them feel like it's something else. That's not that bad. It's just that now women are a lot more savvy.
A woman would pick up on this in a second. You would be blown off, probably arrested.
30 years later, a woman who was born during this is 30 years old now. Different time, different savviness. You know, it's a different thing than that. But that's exactly the same.
Yep.
Well, let's see.
Level.
By this time, the roofie he put in her drink should be taking effect.
This thing is pre-stalking laws, pre-AIDS. This thing is pre-everything.
Pre-restraining orders, pre-everything, right. This is where you can just go. This is pretty much just after the point where hitting him on the head with a club and dragging him home was acceptable. that they
disaster
said no to, but everything else was a go.
This is the wild, wild west of picking up broads.
I got something. Well, I want to see how much times have changed. We got the walkover, right?
Yeah.
One of these guys are doing that exact thing to a girl on the street during the walkover.
Did you get kicked in the
I want to see how far he gets. Do the same thing. Go, excuse me, who does your hair? Because I think it's going to be, first of all, every girl's going to pass by and not even stop. If one stops, it's going to be what? Like, and you're never going to get past the I'm in commercial part of the... It just wouldn't work.
None of these.
Well, no, it could. You just need to be attractive. But again, at that point, you're not stopping her because of what you do. You're stopping her because of your superiority, right? Your competitiveness, which is what I was saying at the beginning.
It's hard to meet anybody in the street ever. I don't know how many women I've ever met in the street.
In the street? No one meets in the street.
Very difficult.
Okay, and let's continue.
I generally don't like what women are.
Which is what?
I generally don't like living in a world where being what a man is a horrible thing, and no matter what a woman is, it's a wonderful thing.
Yep.
This is what they're doing.
That's right. Exactly.
They are the society. They're bringing men down, and women are up. But they don't understand. Women are getting their cue from men. Meaning, so if you're a woman and you're going, I want to be the most successful, whatever I want to be, you're looking at the most successful man. You're competing mentally with men. I want to get the most. Women aren't going, I want to be. Why don't women think in terms of the king and queen system? It's a beautiful system.
Why don't they? Because of womanism. They got brainwashed.
System is, if I'm a man, okay, and I see a fucking bum woman, a woman has nothing, she's dumb, fucking. If I marry her, she's now the highest level she can be. She's the queen. Mm-hmm. You can't get higher than the queen.
Right.
It's a great position.
Right.
It's the baddest bitch in the land. But the queen is the king's bitch. She can't. But here's the reverse. And this is why these dominant women who can't find happiness is because the queen in the system, if it's just the queen, right, and the Queen of England is the queen because her father didn't have any sons. So he didn't have a king to take her. So she had his heir was a woman. Mm-hmm. So now she's the queen with no king. When she gets married, that guy is not the king. He's the queen's husband.
Yep.
Who doesn't get elevated to his highest position.
Right.
That's right. Exactly.
A man at his highest position helps a woman be at her highest position. A highest position woman who has a lower man can't be happy. It's nature. It's fucking nature.
All right. Okay. So these points of view, I mean, this assessment of how it all works, could this be part of why you're not as popular?
Yes. Every time I talk, I go, this is ridiculous, but I have a woman who has been around me a long time.
This is a woman you were with.
I'm with now. I mean, my
Your queen.
my queen, my woman, who, in every woman's fashion, is trying to take me down. It's like Valkyrie.
How does that?
Operation Valkyrie.
Exactly. She's trying to. It's like Samson and Delilah, right? Where Samson lets Delilah cut his hair and then he loses all his powers and then she leaves him. Like or the frog, the scorpion and the frog. You know, like the frog, the scorpion asks the frog to take him across the water, and when he does, the scorpion stings him. It's like, why'd you do it? We're both gonna die. Well, that's because it's in my nature. So you have to stop the scorpion from getting into a position where it can sting you. You see?
Valkyrie. These bitches, they hate being women, man. I'm telling you,
But
Mark.
wait, let me ask you. So let me just understand
That's what Freud said.
something. So you're saying that women only have the model of success and power that men have established. So when they try to operate within that, they're acting like men.
Yes.
Which means that they are denying themselves their queenness and will never be happy.
Thank you.
That's what you're saying.
It's like another analogy, more or less. I try to help my girl. I have to think of analogies every day.
Oh, I know.
to keep
You're
my
very
girl.
good at it.
I have to think in analogy terms.
Uh-huh.
It's like you meet, if you're an animal, okay, you're a great white shark.
Okay.
There's a woman great white sharks and there's men great white sharks.
Yeah.
To every other animal, great white sharks are just vicious. No other animal looks at a great white shark and go, uh-oh, here comes the girl version.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of men, okay, we go and try to date within our species. Most male great whites say, oh, wow, they go, girl, oh, I want her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
We're the
women
same.
go,
Yeah.
I would prefer a penguin, and then they destroy the penguin. Yep. Okay. Don't be the penguin. So let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom, Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, and Brian. Shout outs to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Thank you. If you want coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. And you can buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.